Hello. Welcome to the Culture Connects podcast. This is season 1, episode 7. Today's topic is the effects of single parent household. I am joined tonight by my special guest co-host, Curtis Big Kurt Lamond Oates Sr. Okay. Big Kurt is a jack of all trades. He is just a genius. Okay, I'm gonna let Kurt give his bio, but in my mind, Kurt is just the man. Like, oh my God,
Well, thank you.
a
Thank you.
plethora of knowledge, you guys. I cannot wait for you guys to really get to know him and interact with him, because when I say a plethora of knowledge, information, a powerhouse, on a whole bunch of different levels. He does film, he does radio, he does TV. Oh my, he does it all. Kurt just does it all. So like I said, and he gonna get a chance to introduce himself, but I want to welcome my special guest tonight, Curtis Lamond, Big Kurt Oates Sr. Come on, Kurt. Welcome.
Hey, sis, how we doing? It feels good to be here. Damn good. I'm actually tuning us into the the CMI iHeart broadcast, and people that want to join us for this conversation, they can tune in on the CMI app and check out everything. Well, I mean, you said everything that needed to be said. I can't come behind that. That was
But tell me what you do, Kurt, because we know you do the film.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you did the documentary. You do the
Mm-hmm.
documentary. You blessed us to be a part of a documentary.
I did.
Okay. You and I have some future film endeavors together going forward. You do the radio show. You do live radio on iHeart CMI radio / iHeart radio live every Saturday, and you showcase independent artists, up and coming artists, new artists. So any new artists out there, you know what I'm saying? This is the man. You know what I mean? If you're trying to get your music out there, you're trying to get some airplay, you're trying to get some publicity, man, get with Big Kurt, because he definitely got it for you. He got it for you.
Definitely trying
what
to do
else?
the
Tell
same.
them what else you do, Kurt, because like I said, you do so much. I
I record music. I record soundtracks. I'm an actor on the TV show Power. Also, I'm an actor on uh, they just called me to be an actor on Chicago PD. So on November 18th, I'm gonna be filming for Chicago PD. I am also writing a movie, so I can add that to my list now. Feature film that I got called the Bro Fathers. Um, I have two businesses. I have my own business, so that whole working for thing, and working for everybody else, and then coming home from the penitentiary and not being able to do what needs to be done to survive. I'm the rule to change all that. You know what I'm saying?
right on, right on, right on. See, that's what I'm talking about, Kurt. And that's what we need around here. Okay, so now tonight's topic is the effects of single parent households. So we're gonna be digging a little deep tonight, you guys, and really getting down to the core of these things. We're gonna take a brief break, but what we're doing is I want you guys to take this time to watch this video, and we're gonna piggyback off this video and start off our first segment of the show. Please take this time to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Share this live to your social media platforms and invite your friends in. Share it, guys. Share. We need your help. Thank you.
About 80% of single parent homes are led by single mothers, at a rate of 23% of children living with one parent and no other adult. The United States stands over 3 times the world average of 7% of children raised by one parent. For reference, the number stands at 3% in China, 4% in India. This is not an area we want to be competing with other countries, by the way. If there is a statistic to not be competing in, this is one of the statistics. China's at 3, India's at 4, the world's at 7. We're at 23% in America, zero bragging rights. This is the stat everybody wants to hide. And this is the stats where the side effects of this, we ain't gonna see for 2 decades or 3 decades or longer. Takes a while to see the side effects. Let me continue. Even for children with a father present in the home, the average school-age boy only spends about 30 minutes per week with one-on-one conversations with his father. For comparison, the same boy, on average, will spend about 44 hours a week watching television, playing video games, and surfing the internet. In our house, there is no video games throughout the week. It's on the weekends. After you read 150 pages throughout the week, then you have the right to play video games for an hour or 2 on the weekend, and that's what you have to earn. You have to move your body, you have to exercise. There's certain things you need to do to get to that point. That's our household, but the stat tells you 44 hours a week of watching TV, playing video games, and surfing the internet. Let me continue. 90% of all homeless and runaway children, 63% of teen suicides, 85% of children and teens with behavior disorders come from fatherless homes. Let me read that stat to you one more time. 90% of all homeless and runaway children, 63% of all teen suicide, 85% of children and teens with behavioral disorder come from fatherless homes. That is a very, very big number. Next, fatherlessness likewise has a direct link to teen pregnancy and sexual activity. Roughly 70% of teenage pregnancies come from women raised in a fatherless home. 70% of teenage pregnancies comes from fatherless homes. 70%. That's a big number. And these same women have significantly higher abortion rates than women raised by both a father and a mother. On the whole, fatherless kids are 20 times more likely to be incarcerated and 11 times more likely to exhibit violent behavior than children from two-parent household. 20 times more, okay? 20 times more. If a man and a wife raise a child, they're less likely to end up in jail, but they have the same chances as children raised by just their father. You may already be blown away by the stats before, so maybe come back and let me read this to you and brace for impact if you missed it. Let me read it one more time. Listen. Just stay with me. Don't get distracted. Stay with me. Listen. If a man and a wife raise a child, they're less likely to end up in jail, but they have the same chance as children raised by just their fathers. The husband and wife raise their kid. The chance of this kid going to jail is the same as just the father raising his kids. The problem is the single mother without a father in the picture that can sit there and discipline the kids, give them hope, values, principles, all the other stuff. We play different roles.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so now, Kurt,
Yes.
based upon the information that we just received and your knowledge, what do you have? What do you have to say?
You know, I agree with what he was saying up to a point because most of the men tend
Mhm.
to make the babies and take off. But there is roughly a quarter of single family households that are now led by men. You understand? And the percentage of single parent household headed by families is approximately 8%. It increased over time from 1% in the 1960s to now. Comparison to single mother household. While single father households are rising, the majority of the single parent homes are still led by women. And I think due to the that's due to how we raising our kids. We letting them run the household. We letting them run us, apparently. And most of our young men are not like when we were coming up, we were more street minded. I dare I say gang banging, but we were more manly like. You understand what I'm saying? Now you got these young guys, they crying, they telling on each other, they going to jail, and they making themselves look they're making themselves look idiotic. That's my honest opinion. And I think that's one of the reasons why we don't have the big mamas no more, the big papas no more. You know what I'm saying? The ones that used to sit on the front because they too scared. They too scared, and these kids they take advantage of that. But then the first time they go to jail, what they do? I'm gonna leave you to answer that one. First time they go to jail, what they do?
Okay. Yes, they call it. Look, they run right back to their mama. But I'm gonna say this, right? As a mother, right?
Mm-hmm.
I raised 4 children, 2 boys, 2 girls, 30. I have a daughter that'll be 30. I have a daughter that'll be 26. I have a son that'll be 22, and I have a son that'll be 15.
Mm-hmm.
I am nobody's grandmother. No one is a felon. You know what I'm saying? But and God is good, and I was a single mom. You know what I mean?
It's funny.
All high school graduates except for the one that'll be 15.
The
Okay.
youngest one, yeah.
Yeah. You know
So
what I
it's
mean? But hold
funny.
on, hold on. Here's the thing though. I'm gonna say this, and this is what I have seen that I feel is a huge problem in our households, with women raising the sons, right? Uh there's Women are emotional beings, okay? And we tell our sons it's okay to express your feelings, and it is. I don't ever want a man to not feel like it's okay to express his feelings, right? But here's the but that I don't think that a lot of women get. I think I get it because of my military background, because of you know what I'm saying, chin up, chest out, you know what I'm saying, suck that shit in type of mentality that I had to embrace as a teenage, as a young adult. So so with me, I was checking my kids, you know what I'm saying? I check them. You know what I mean? And I got to. Now, don't get me wrong, because what happens is, as mothers, and I see it a lot, we embrace our sons, and we real hard on our daughters. So now what we have is a generation of strong women and weak ass men. So I didn't want that. I tried. Okay, and I don't know if it worked or not. It remains to be seen, because my oldest son is still a young adult. He hasn't gotten married. He hasn't brought any kids in the world yet. But so that remains to be seen. But I'm praying to the good Lord that I created a balance. You understand what I'm saying? Because I remember my oldest son told me, like, Mama, why you raised me to be a gentleman and all these bitches is hoes, right? Oh Lord, but I'm just saying what my son said. And I told him, I said, listen, you treat women accordingly, okay? How they present themselves, you treat them how they present themselves. I said, but at the end of the day, when I want you to deal with a woman like you would want a man to deal with me. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Extend her the same courtesy and respect that you extend me. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
And so with both my boys, and even with my youngest son now, we go on dates. You know what I'm saying? He has to open the door. He has to pull my chair out. He has to pay for it. Like, because he has to learn that from somewhere because his father isn't actively in the picture. You understand what I'm saying? So he has to learn that, you know. And so I try to do it, you know. And I thank God that, like I said, I don't know how it's worked out just yet, but so far so good. Like I think I did all right.
Well, it's funny you should mention no grandkids because I just had one tonight, about 5:59.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. And another fact that you didn't know about me is that I raised 3 kids as a single dad.
Oh wow.
So since 2008, that's when my oldest boy, the one that just had the baby, had come to live with me.
Yeah.
And 2 years later, his sister came to live with me. And then when my ex-wife, she passed on, the youngest boy came to live with me. And
I told
everybody's
you you were
graduating.
phenomenal. I told you it was awesome. I told you. Listen here, Kurt. Oh my God. I feel like I'm one of your biggest cheerleaders. Like I don't think it's nothing that you can't do.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
you know what's funny? It's
I
funny
got
when we met for the first time, you told me I was an enigma.
yes, like oh my God. Listen, y'all listen. Okay, hold on. We got a few words from the people. Samori said, "Hello, great people. Peace and love, brother.
Peace and
Thank you
love, bro.
again." Samori was my guest last week, and he will be back because the when I say the people love Samori, oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, the
Hmm.
people love Samori.
For real. Oh,
Good
Brick.
evening, Brooke. Peace and love. Brooke is brother Kent's wife. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um, they have been phenomenal as far as like supporting the Aisha sisters, supporting me personally.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I tell people all the time, if it wasn't for Brooke and Kent, there wouldn't be an Aisha Sisters production. There wouldn't be an Aisha Sisters show. There would not be a Culture Connect if it wasn't for them people. Like they really took the time and invested in us and really loved on us. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, my God, sister on here. Peace and love, sister. Mwah, mwah. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay.
Oh,
So
okay, okay.
you got
Oh,
some family on here.
yeah,
Tatiana said, hey, Uncle
that's
Kurt.
that's actually my granddaughter and my
Yeah,
great grandson. Oh, Micah's watching too. I love you
yeah. Hey,
guys.
y'all.
Lester May, that's my man's son. Big Les that just come home from doing 30 years. I gotta say big what up to him. What up to him? Now, Deborah
All right.
Thomas, you know Deborah?
Oh man, this my baby.
Okay, okay. Well,
You know,
hey.
look, you know Deborah. Hold on. You know Deborah, 'cause that's my baby. That ain't your baby. That's my baby.
That's your baby, okay.
You hear
But
me over here, Deborah? We about to start a fight over you, girl. You're telling you my baby. But now, look, I'm willing to share. You know what
so
I'm saying? Deborah has a big personality, a lot of energy, a beautiful spirit. When I tell you I love that woman, I love
mhm.
that woman. And I have a lot of respect for her.
so
Thank you
you
for tuning in, sister.
So Tatiana has been around for years. That's my baby there. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Uh-huh.
she was the first one, and then she just recently had a baby. So now I'm feeling old as fuck with all this great stuff here. Pardon my language, but I'm feeling old. Hey, Cuzzo, what's going on? See, my cousin
Hey,
Bonnie just tuned
Bonnie.
in.
Yeah,
Yes.
see, we got the whole family. Please like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate this. This is a beautiful thing.
Oh,
Beautiful.
what's up, CC?
Yeah, yeah,
So
love
it's
it.
So, like, these people that's chiming in for me,
Hey,
you know,
Charles, peace and love.
they've been around me forever. They it's like, most people already know that, what I'm saying, that I was in the gang and so the home and so forth. But the thing that was different about me is that everybody that was associated with me, they family. I treated them like family. When I sat down to eat, they sat down to eat. You
That's right.
understand?
Yeah.
And it's like when everything. Oh, what's up? What's up, Armando? That's my brother. What's going
Charles
on?
Davis is oh,
Charles,
Armando.
yeah,
Okay.
Mondo is my brother, and Charles Davis
Hey.
is my cousin. You
Okay.
know,
Okay. Hey, y'all.
man.
It's a family affair.
Yeah. So look, y'all got to tune in. I'm free
That's
free.
right, Charles. Peace and
Tune
love.
in because what days do you usually have the Culture Connect?
Every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We right here every Tuesday. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Tune in. Tune in. Like, share, and subscribe. Tune in, you guys.
So I'm thinking since they tuning in now, a lot of them missed that video, and I'm thinking maybe you should replay it, at least a little segment of it, so they can kind of know what's going on.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're going to keep going because I have another video
Oh, okay.
for the next segment.
Ah,
Okay. Yes. So, hey, bud, great to see you doing amazing things. Right on, right
I'm
on. You see,
trying,
you
man.
see your
Oh, we
brother.
we we didn't tell them about the 2 degrees.
That,
I'm getting two film. Hey, that was on me. That's not you. That was on me. I'm getting two
I
film
told you do
degrees.
everything to me. You my Superman. Listen, I listen, look, y'all. I didn't already put my disclaimer in. I told y'all this man was Superman. Listen, this man was sick, still going to school, still, oh my, y'all, I can't even, I
Yeah.
can't even begin. I don't want to go there because he gonna, he's so humble and he don't be want me to, but when like, man, this man has overcome amazing obstacles. He is
Yeah.
so smart, so in tune. Just he is. That's all I can say is he is it. Come on, tell him,
Mm.
Kurt, about them 2 degrees. Tell him
Okay.
about
One.
the awards. Tell him.
I'm an award-winning from the state of Illinois. The same people that put me behind bars gave me a first place award for best photojournalism. I got second place award for best TV spot in a commercial for a commercial. The 2 degrees that I'm getting, one is in television and film production. The other one is in motion picture and television production. And I just got accepted to DePaul University. So I'll be starting DePaul University in the summer. In the meantime, I am writing. You never told them about the movie that I've got
And
you cast for.
I did tell him that I'm going to be in the movie coming up. And
Hmm.
tell him how DePaul actually, when you applied to be a student, they offered you a job
No,
opportunity.
that was
Yeah,
Illinois Media School. I
yeah,
went down
yeah.
so because I wanted to do a little more with the editing and whatnot. So when I went and I'm sitting and the lady comes back, she looks at my grades, she says, "Well, yeah, we really don't have much to teach you here. How would you like to be a teacher here?" I'm like, okay. So she took me into the department, and the guy took my resume and everything right then and there.
That's
Thank you,
right.
Bonnie.
That's right. Yes. And see, I'm telling you guys, listen. Like I said, Kurt is the man. But don't listen to me. You know what I'm saying?
Just look at the works. Look at everything that's going to be
Yes,
coming
because
up.
he is truly
You know,
amazing. Okay,
because
so now back. Hold on, because we
go
can
back to the
sing your
show.
praises all night.
Go back to the
We're
show.
gonna get back to the effects of single parent households. So, okay, now so we know that I raised kids as a single mother. You raised kids as a single father. What do you what do you what do you, what do you think we can do to combat this? Is there a way to combat this? Is there a
I think
is there a solution?
we should start with learning how to respect each other in the relationship. I think we should learn how to talk to each other in a relationship. You know, we tend to, as you would put it, get these Superman capes on and become Supermen and Superwomen, and we never hear what each other are saying. So that puts a wedge between whether that man is going to stay, whether that woman's going to stay, or whether they're going to separate. And most times, seeing how the kids are mainly going to be with mama, yeah, I'm that rare exception. I'm not going to lie, I'm that rare exception. Um, the men, they go out, they create more babies, they go out and they do a whole bunch of things that our mothers didn't teach us to do. You understand? So, we have to put that element into it. Our mothers raised, I'm from that 70s, 80s age, and my mama wasn't having it. You know what I'm saying? She was real protective of, as she would say, she's real protective of blood. So you just couldn't go around popping babies every damn place, you know?
What you said. But now Tatiana said people get too comfortable.
There you go.
That's it. You know what, baby? You hit the needle on the head. And I'm gonna say this, right? And I ain't casting no judgments. But see, my mama told me at a very young age, she would say all type of crazy stuff to me, but she told me, use your head for more than a head rack. Um, even though I was a single mother, right? Both of my children had fathers and they still have fathers.
Hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Um, uh, uh, with my oldest son father has always been in the picture. He ain't never left, ain't been nowhere. I don't care how mad he is at me. I could be all type of nappy head, whatever, but you know what I'm saying? My son never lacked a father. And even with my youngest son father,
Hmm.
the feds took him away for 10 years. So the first 10 years of my son's life, he was without a father. But, even right now, you know, even, I may not be his favorite person, but my son will always be provided for. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I don't, I thank God for good decision making. Okay. Some good choices. Like I said, even though the relationships didn't last, but I think like for me, and I'm gonna be totally honest with you, a lot of that had to do with me. Um, when I had my children, all my focus went to my children, so I really alienated their father. You understand? They didn't get my time. They didn't get my attention. They weren't a priority. That
Hmm.
child had became my priority. And I know that with a lot of men, especially with me, I can't speak for nobody else, but I know I make a man feel like a king. You understand what I'm saying? So because if I'm really into you, you become a priority. So when you have to take a back seat to a situation, sometimes that's a little difficult to handle.
I
You know what I'm
mean,
saying? So I can accept responsibility in that because like I said, for me, you know what I mean?
you know, I feel that, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes us as men, we have to do better. We got to do better
Yes,
because
yeah.
it's gonna come a time where, like, for me, I have a lot of stepchildren. I don't call them stepchildren; they my babies. I got a lot of grandkids that's not biological, but they mine. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
won't let nobody mess over it. You got the situation where you got a guy like myself going into a relationship where there's kids already there, and we develop a relationship. You understand what I'm saying? And it's wrong for, if I get into it with the baby mama, I'm finna leave, then what about the relationship I just built with this child? You understand what I'm saying? So I have to weigh that. Is it worth dealing with their mom? You know what I'm saying? So then I just get to the whole fact, and pardon my French, I'd be like, you know what? F baby mamas. It's all about the kids with me. My kids, all of them. Um, I think the last time I went to prison was in 2004. My kids stopped me from going back to prison. You understand? And can't a lot of people boast that? Because at the time they came to live with me. You know, I think I was on parole at the time, and the police raided a house where I was staying with my cousin at one point in time, and they came in with masks and guns. They was treating me like I was Al Capone in the dough. And to think that my son would have been there at 8 years old to see that, I couldn't have it. So the first thing I did was move as a single dad out of that
Right.
situation, and I never looked back. And I'm grateful for it. Now that they're grown
Right.
and they're in school, it's time for me to do what I should have been doing all along before they came along. And that's what I mean about us as men. We need to do better.
That's right. That's right. Okay, you guys, we're going to take a brief commercial break. We'll be right back with the second segment of the Culture Connects podcast.
Welcome to Aisha Sisters Productions. Got the vision but need the firepower? Look no further. We don't just create, we dominate. Whether it's e-flyer creation, commercial production, or top-tier advertising and promotion, we take your brand to the next level. Need a podcast setup or already running one? Let us handle the backstage production like pros. Stay in front of the mic while we handle everything behind the scenes. Don't just get noticed, get remembered. Contact Aisha Sisters Productions today for all your streaming and production needs. It's time to elevate your brand. We'll take you there.
And I'm charging up your
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That was cool.
I'm getting some work done. The holidays coming up, and I have a big Thanksgiving thing in my house, so I'm getting some work done around my house before the holiday. And you, my handyman was telling me what he needed in the midst of the commercial.
And it came back too quick for you.
And it was so funny because he was like, "How long your commercial?" I'm like, "Not long, make it fast." You know what I'm saying? Not long, make it fast.
Man, I know that's how I feel when I be editing my movies, which reminds me, quick shout out, I'm doing part 2 to a Vice Lord story, Street Soldiers. Be looking forward. It's going to be awesome.
Coming soon, coming soon. Okay, you guys. So this is the second segment of the Culture Connects podcast. I'm your hostess, Honey, and I'm joined by my co-host, Curtis Big Kurt Lamond Oates Sr. I'm going to play a brief short about a statistic that I ran across earlier, and then we're going to piggyback off of that. Please take this time to like, share, and subscribe to the Culture Connects podcast. Share this live to your social media channels, and stay tuned, you guys. I can't hear it. Okay, we're going to replay the other one then.
About 80% of single parent homes are led by single mothers, at a rate of 23% of children living with one parent and no other adult. The United States stands over 3 times the world average of 7% of children raised by one parent. For reference, the number stands at 3% in China, 4% in India. This is not an area we want to be competing with other countries, by the way. If there is a statistic to not be competing in, this is one of the statistics. China's at 3, India's at 4, the world's at 7. We're at 23% in America. Zero bragging rights. This is the stat everybody wants to hide. And this is the stats where the side effects of this, we ain't going to see for 2 decades or 3 decades or longer. Takes a while to see the side effects. Let me continue. Even for children with a father present in the home, the average school-age boy only spends about 30 minutes per week with one-on-one conversations with his father. For comparison, the same boy, on average, will spend about 44 hours a week watching television, playing video games, and surfing the internet. In our house, there is no video games throughout the week. It's on the weekends. After you read 150 pages throughout the week, then you have the right to play video games for an hour or 2 on the weekend, and that's what you have to earn. You have to move your body, you have to exercise. There's certain things you need to do to get to that point. That's our household, but the stat tells you 44 hours a week of watching TV, playing video games, and surfing the internet. Let me continue. 90% of all homeless and runaway children, 63% of teen suicides, 85% of children and teens with behavior disorders come from fatherless homes. Let me read that stat to you one more time. 90% of all homeless and runaway children, 63% of all teen suicide, 85% of children and teens with behavioral disorder come from fatherless homes. That is a very, very big number. Next, fatherlessness likewise has a direct link to teen pregnancy and sexual activity. Roughly 70% of teenage pregnancies come from women raised in a fatherless home. 70% of teenage pregnancies comes from fatherless homes. 70%. That's a big number. And these same women have significantly higher abortion rates than women raised by both a father and a mother. On the whole, fatherless kids are 20 times more likely to be incarcerated and 11 times more likely to exhibit violent behavior than children from 2-parent household. 20 times more, okay? 20 times more. If a man and a wife raise a child, they're less likely to end up in jail, but they have the same chances as children raised by just their father. You may already be blown away by the stats before, so maybe come back and let me read this to you and brace for impact if you missed it. Let me read it one more time. Listen. Just stay with me. Don't get distracted. Stay with me. Listen. If a man and a wife raise a child, they're less likely to end up in jail, but they have the same chance as children raised by just their fathers. The husband and wife raise their kid. The chance of this kid going to jail is the same as just the father raising his kids. The problem is the single mother without a father in the picture that can sit there and discipline the kids, give them hope, values, principles, all the other stuff. We play different roles.
Yes.
Yeah, they play different roles. And see, a mother, as hard as we want to be, we are still soft. And it's so funny, like when I hear men say, oh, she too strong. Baby, we really ain't. You know what I'm saying? We really ain't, And the statistics show we're really not. We aren't that strong, And I don't think the majority of us even want to be that strong, I think that because we are stuck as we are stuck. Okay, there's a circle, and a circle is 360 degrees. So a man is supposed to be 240% of that circle. He's supposed to 120 is supposed to protect, and 120 is supposed to provide. And then the other 120 is where we come in, and as women, we're supposed to nurture. So there's that circle for the family dynamic. protect, provide, and nurture. And when that circle isn't complete, there is a deficit, you know.
True.
You know what I mean? And I feel like that, for me, I feel like that's where the problem comes in at, you know. And then because the father, if he's not in the household 24/7, he doesn't want to be the strict disciplinarian, you know what I mean? Because he don't want to be the bad guy, you know. So
We got to be the good. We got to be the fun parent.
yeah, they want to be the fun parent, and so that creates a problem as well. Peace and love, sister. That's right. This is my sister Bridget McGill. She said, "Good evening, good people."
Good
Sister, I
evening, Miss
love you.
McGill.
Thank you for tuning in. Bridget is a teacher. She's an educator. She's an author. She's a humanitarian. Bridget teaches yoga. Oh man, Bridget, she's a phenomenal woman. You know, when Maya Angelou made that poem, I always think about Bridget. She's a phenomenal woman. And I thank you for tuning in, sister. Thank you very much. You know. So yes, brother. So like I said, when we have that circle and there's no man there to complete the circle, there's always going to be a deficit. And because women, we are emotional beings, so yes, we're yelling, we're screaming, we're crying, we're cursing, you know what I'm saying? See, your daddy, man, my daddy ain't had time for all that. My daddy gonna stand on business, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna go from, and whatever happened from there just happened from there, you know. And you know, when it came to me, but when he got these grandkids, right?
Yeah.
I sent my son over there for some discipline.
You know, we
They eat
become
egg rolls from the egg roll lady,
you know what
all that good stuff.
we become our legends. That's the one thing I can truly honestly say from my own personal experience, as well as seeing it within others. We become our legends to our kids, and sometimes it's hard to distinguish the good parent from what they hearing on the street about us. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? So like, my legend in the street, I was this, that, and the third. So my kids, I'd never hid that fact from them, who I was, what I did, so on and so forth, right? And their friends would know of my legend, and they get scared because they feel like if they got into it with my kids, that something was going to happen. I was, no, we're not like that. We're not like that. I'm a man first. My kids are going to be men first. My daughters are going to be young ladies first. You understand? And with the whole thing, like there was another side. I had gotten a question on my phone, that's why I was looking down. It was like another dynamic of these single parent households is the prison system, both men and women, because the rate for women going to jail these days and being taken out of the family household has jumped up. I think right now in America there's 196,600 women locked up in America.
Okay, now we can touch on that too. And we might need to have a part two with that because we only got about 15 more minutes. But
I
see,
got you.
here's the thing, like, as Black women, we get caught up in this ride or die chick type of scenario, right?
Mm-hmm.
So our men get in a jam, and if we're able to aid and assist him out of that jam, because the majority of us may not have a record, you know what I'm saying, or however it may be, or you know what I mean, so we willing to take that chance for a man, that we may feel is worth it,
Mm-hmm.
and 20 minutes after we in jail, he gone on to the next chick, and now we stuck doing this time, and our parents raising our children.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I think that that's how a lot of they go, especially from what I've seen. You know what I mean? I've seen a lot of women take cases for me, and I've seen a lot of women, step in front of that bullet for a man. You know what I mean? And I ain't saying she right or wrong. I'm just saying what I've seen. And and I'm gonna tell you, as a mother, I'm only gonna do the time for the crimes that I commit as a mom. I don't commit any crimes anymore because I don't want.
Anymore? Anymore?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, if you Google me, some of my crimes gonna come up because I wasn't able to get them off. So I can't lie.
Yeah, I feel you. You Google me, you'll
Okay.
find out. You Google
Yes,
me,
that's
you'll
what I'm
find
saying.
out.
Like I can't
I
put
sue the
it.
police.
You know what I mean? See what I'm saying? Like, some stuff you can't hide from, you can't lie about. It just is what it is. But at the end of the day, I can tell you what I ain't doing today, and I ain't jaywalking today. Man, I ain't know nothing. Listen, let me tell you something. I think some things in my house that I done put some people up out of here. You know what I'm saying? No,
I agree.
because
I agree.
I'm just not about that life anymore. And it's so funny because I remember my mother, when I was doing some things as a young adult, and she was like, "Man, you got to get, you and this got to go." You know what I mean? And I'm looking at her like, "Girl, what you talking about?" But now I get it. You work hard to try to build the American dream, and you just not willing for your children to blow that for you. um Bridget says, it's our reality, queen. We have to learn to stop riding and stop dying for a cause that doesn't benefit us. You're so right. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, like, I'm not here to judge anyone, but I know that today at my age, you know, I'm not going down for no crime that I didn't commit. And I'm not, like I said, I ain't even jaywalking today, and God bless the child, you know what I mean? I just know what I'm not willing to do at this stage of my life. I
Well,
have zero willingness.
we
Zero
talking
willingness.
about.
And I'm trying to lead by example. So that I hope that
There
my
you go.
children see the stance that I am taking, because I see a lot of times, like, I say some stuff and my son will be like, because my dad, his father and his father's friends tell him about the old me, you know what I mean? And so he'd be like, well, mama, don't be acting like, and I'd be like, boy, I don't care what them people told you. You see what it is today. You understand what I'm saying? It just, hey, I ain't going. I'm not going. And we, as parents, we have to set the example. We have to lead by example. We have to show our children the right path and the wrong path. Like, even with my children growing up, even as a single mother, I never had a revolving door of different men coming in and out my house. I never did all that. And I was the last person that they saw at night before they went to sleep, and the first person they saw in the morning when they got up. And like, sometimes now, even if they don't see me, they hear me, they know I'm there. I'm
Yeah.
gone. Have a good day. I love you. You understand what I'm saying? They
I
get a
do.
I love you every day. Every day. So
Wow.
we have to. We have to. We have to. Bridget says, that part, Queen, we have to help our children understand that we have way more to lose now than we did back in our heyday. Exactly. When I was 20, in my 20s, I didn't care about my credit score. You understand what I'm saying? Them people in the bank weren't calling me Miss Turner. You understand?
They was calling the police.
I don't know who they was calling, but they weren't calling me no Miss Turner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know that feeling
None
all
of
too
that.
well.
You know what I mean?
You know,
It's a different thing. It's different levels. Like I said, uh, my credit score didn't matter. I didn't own anything but a car and maybe some cute clothes. You know, today it's a whole different ball game. So I have way more to lose.
yeah,
And I have to know and understand that in all my dealings with everybody. That's why I don't argue. It's funny, right? I tell people all the time, like, I don't argue. People like, how you don't argue? Baby, first of all, I don't argue with men
mm,
because I have sons and I have men that love me. You understand? And
hmm
if I personally, I start an argument with a man, I know that there's at least 30 other men behind me that's going to back me up. And they may cause some hurt, harm, or hindrance to the gentleman that I'm arguing with, right? And as a woman, I'm an emotional being. So my feelings may be intertwined for 20, 30 minutes. And then I have these gentlemen behind me that have made a lifelong decision based on my 30-minute emotion. So I do not argue with men, period. Right. And with women, because I'm an only child and my mother is a deceased, who are you? I'm not going to argue there either. You see, so I just don't do it. And what that has given me is an overwhelming abundance of peace. It
I,
really has. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember the video with the lady that argued with the man in the police stand, and her son killed him in her defense, and they called it self-defense. See, I never want to put my son in that situation. I never want to put a man that loves me in that situation where he has to choose between my life and someone else's. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to retreat and I'm gonna go to my home where I'm the homeowner. I'm gonna still wake up and have my businesses. I'm gonna still have my kids and my loved ones, and whatever that little petty argument that's gonna make me mad for 30 minutes, we're gonna let that be.
I
I'm
gotta agree. I gotta agree with Miss McGill that that last statement she got. That's
yeah,
100 right there. You got to
yeah,
read that for him. Oh my goodness.
yeah. We have way more to lose. We have way more to lose today. It's not worth it.
hmm and we move different. We definitely move different because I could have sworn back about maybe 30, 35 years ago they asked me, Joe, what you doing in the morning, big Kirk? Shit, I'm gonna hit the block with this key and do the damn thing on their ass, right? You ask me what I'm doing today. If you ask me that, I'll say probably getting ready to go take a nap. Us old folks like little kids, Joe. We
What you said? Oh my God! Listen. Oh my goodness. Bridget said, come through, Queen. That's real talk. Sis, all I can do is get to him in the raw, because I see it all the time. We have a lot of women who are very overly aggressive because of the people that they have backing them up. Right. And what that does is, you put in
my
other
grandbaby
people.
is embarrassing.
That's right. She's right.
Uh,
He ain't lying. That's right. That's right. Don't be sharing embarrassing. She keeping it real. See, we got to we keep it real around. That's what the culture connects is all about. We keep it real. This for the culture for real. See, we are the culture. Your grandbaby is the culture.
This
You
is
are
true.
the culture. I am the culture. Everybody that's tuned in right now, we are the culture. It starts with us. And it's
Yeah.
going to end with us. You know, that's why I created this show, because I wanted a platform for regular people. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know, I don't want the ghetto fabulous. You understand what I'm saying? Because, you know, I could have pulled some rabbits out of my hat and got some real popular people. You understand what I'm saying?
You
No,
did. I'm here.
that's what I'm talking about. But what I'm saying is, I want the unsung heroes. Remember, I told you you were an enigma. I heard your name for 1,000 years. I just met you 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I've been hearing your name for at least the past 20 years. And we had never had the opportunity to intertwine.
No.
Our paths had never crossed. But see, through God's grace and mercy, He allowed that to happen. And you see what has transpired since then. It's just
Yes.
been a miracle, truly amazing. And see, now we on here today. We interacted with all your family. We got the grandkids, your brother, your cousin. You know what I'm saying?
And we got brother Rick just come on.
Yeah,
How you
Almighty,
doing, man?
Rick, I'm booked up for the rest of the year, but I got some slots in January. I'm gonna be hitting you up because I definitely need you on here, brother. I want you. I need you. Let's do it. Yes, indeed. Yes, you guys. The Culture Connects is looking for co-hosts. Okay. I'm booked up for the rest of the year. It's a wrap. Thank you, Lord. And see, and that's the amazing thing about God, because when I started the podcast, I only had it slated for every other week. But the response was so overwhelming, I had to do it weekly. It was just that overwhelming. So I thank God for that. But like I said, starting in January, season 2 of the Culture Connect, starting in January. We kicking off the season premiere with my family, the Turner family. We're gonna have a great show. You know what I'm saying? Just be ready for that. And then like I said, I'm be open up for some new co-hosts and some new topics. Thank you so much, Bridget. I just thank God for it. You know, this has always been a dream of mine, you know, and I just thank God for allowing it to come to fruition for me. You know, this is I've done some praying, I've done some manifesting. I really have put the footwork in, and I just pray that God, He brought me to it. He's seeing me through it, and I just, you know, I'm just leaning out on my own understanding and just letting Him do the thing. No problem, sis. Kurt, hit my line when you get time. That's
I
right.
got you, bro. I got you.
All is well, bro. All is well. Okay, you guys, we're about to close out. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a brief synopsis of next week's show. Stay tuned.
Welcome to The Culture Connects. Tuesday, November 19th at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for Episode 8 of The Culture Connects podcast. Join host Honey and co-host Sherman, Sherm en Demand, Gordon for an unfiltered conversation on midlife crisis, the highs, the lows, and the journey of transformation. Honey, a Westside Chicago native, is a mother, a serial entrepreneur, CEO of F. Turner Marketing Solutions, and VP of the Aisha Sisterhood, Inc. She brings a wealth of experience, resilience, and insights from her journey as a leader and community advocate. Sherman Gordon, also a Westside native, is a father, founder of Hood Heroes, a talented artist, owner of Suite 41 Studios, part owner of Wallacom TV, and a dedicated entrepreneur. Sherm en Demand brings a unique perspective on life's challenges and triumphs. In episode 8's topic, Midlife Crisis, Honey and Sherm dive deep into what it means to face the turning points in life, whether that's career shifts, personal growth, or new ambitions. This conversation will be real, relatable, and inspiring, exploring how a midlife crisis can become a powerful moment for change and renewed purpose. Don't miss out on this thought-provoking episode. This is an Aisha Sisters production.
Oh, I
All
definitely
right,
got to
all
be back for that one.
Yes, tune in. It's going to be a great show. Okay, you guys, thank you all for tuning in to the Culture Connects podcast. Thank you, Big Kurt. You have any closing words for our guests before we close out tonight?
So I need you guys to tune in Saturday. Send your CDs, music, or send it to my email, and I'll get it on my show for Saturday. But Saturday we got a show called the Midday Party from 12 to 2, and on Sunday, when you're ready to go to bed, you're ready to relax, we got Soul Train Sunday. So come on through and get them vibes.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to the Culture Connects. I am your hostess with the mostest, Honey, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday, November 19th, with our special guest, Sherm and the Band. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next week.
Thank you for watching the Culture Connects podcast. Please join us next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am your hostess, Honey, and this is an Aisha Sisters production.